IRCC conducted another draw on 26th October. While most of us were worried about the draw size, surprisingly, IRCC conducted a draw with good draw size, but still, the drop in cutoff score was low. This means that the pool breakdown should be interesting to see. I request you to watch the full video carefully to understand what happened. So, let's find out. Hello and welcome to Canadian Dream. This channel is all about Canadian immigration related news and updates. In today's video, we'll talk about the latest express entry draw result. We will try to break down the pool size and do some analysis on it. So, IRCC conducted the latest express entry draw on 26th October 2022. 4,750 invitations were sent out and the cutoff score was 496. By the way, I already shared this result right after the draw. If you have missed it, you probably haven't subscribed to my channel yet or you forgot to press the bell icon. I try to share express entry updates with you as early as possible, so you may consider subscribing if you want regular and timely updates. For this draw, my prediction was 493 for the cutoff score and I was expecting 4,750 invitations. My prediction of 4,750 invitations was on point and the cutoff score prediction was short by 3 points. It's a bit of a shock to see the cutoff score dropping by only 4 points. I was expecting a bigger drop. This means that the pool breakdown should be interesting to see. Watch the full video carefully to understand what happened. We have seen IRCC increase the draw size by 500 in the last 4 draws, and we were unsure whether IRCC will increase the draw size any further or cap it at 4,250. Especially with the release of an internal memo that suggested draws would cap at 4,250. Gladly, they continued the 500 increments this time as well. Let's move to the express entry pool, break it down and analyze it. IRCC shared a pool breakdown as of 24th October and this is how it looked. This shows the number of candidates in each range 2 days before the draw. So when the draw is conducted, it would impact these numbers. We can see there were 762 candidates in the 601 to 1200 range, 937 candidates in the 501 to 600 range, 6,226 in the 491 to 500 range, 9,956 in the 481 to 490 range, 19,241 in the 471 to 480 range, 16,539 in the 461 to 470 range, 12,867 in the 451 to 460 range. The latest draw was conducted on the 26th of October. 4,750 invitations were sent out and the cutoff score was 496. Let's now look at the number of new candidates added to the pool between the draw on 12th October and the 26th of October. First, let's start by comparing the number of new candidates to our prediction. In the range of 601 to 1200, we were expecting 522 candidates. Bad news, 762 candidates were added, 240 more than our expectation. Looks like the impact of the recent PNP draws is coming into the scene. Between 501 to 600, 1,054 candidates were expected. Gladly, this returned to the normal. 937 candidates were added in this range, 117 less than our prediction. Between 491 to 500, 216 candidates were expected, but 706 were actually added. This came as the biggest shock this time. 491 more than our prediction. Between 481 to 490, 155 candidates were anticipated, but 172 candidates were added, just 18 more. Between 471 to 480, 87 candidates were expected, but only 78 got added, 9 less. Between 461 to 470, one candidate was supposed to get reduced, but 141 candidates got added. Between 451 to 460, 4 candidates were expected to get added and 58 got added. Overall, 2,856 candidates were added in the 451 to 1200 series range, which is 820 more than our prediction. So all in all, the number of new candidates was once again very high. To understand the pattern of new additions better, let's look at their trends. In the 601 to 1200 range, we can see a significant increase this time, and now it has an upward trend. The 501 to 600 range has witnessed a massive drop, but the trend line is still upward. The 491 to 500 range also showed a big rise this time, the highest we have seen in recent times. This also has a very steep upward trend now. In the 481 to 490 range, we can see a slight drop this time, but the trend is still upward. The 471 to 480 range has a small spike, but the trend line is a steep downward slope. The 461 to 470 range continues with its fluctuations. The overall trend is flat now. The 451 to 460 range continues with its unpredictable behavior. On the whole, new candidates in the 451 to 1200 range now have an upward trend. So what caused the cutoff score to be so high? Number 1. A big number of candidates were added to the pool. Surprisingly this time, the increase did not come in the most problematic range of 501 to 600, but there was a huge increase in the 491 to 500 range. 706 candidates were added, double the previous record. The number of candidates in the 600 plus range was also higher than the prediction. There were 762 candidates in this range, which is also the highest we have seen. Let me show you something interesting. Do you want to see if the candidates were evenly distributed in this range? Let's find out. Out of the 4,750 ITAs, 762 were used for the 601 to 1200 range, 937 for the 501 to 1200 range. The total ITS used over Series 500 and above is 762 plus 937, which is 1,699. So there were 4,750 minus 1,699, which is 3,051 ITS for the 491 to 500 range. The pool breakdown says there were 6,226 candidates in this range. 3,051 divided by 6,226 is equal to 49%. A 49% drop in this range means the cutoff score is 495.1. So the cutoff score of 496 is actually justified by numeric distribution. There are few candidates left with CRS 496 because of the tiebreaker rule. If you don't know what that is, check out my video on it. A link will be provided in the description box. Number 2. Candidates added in the last 2 days. The draw was conducted on the 26th October, but the pool shows us data as of 24th October. There could be some addition to the pool in the last 2 days. If a good number of candidates with CRS 500 and above were added, they would definitely pull the cutoff score up. To summarize, even though the draw size increased by 500 and hit the 4,750 mark, the size of the new addition to the pool, especially in the 601 to 1200 and 491 to 500 ranges, was way higher than our prediction, which caused the drop in CRS to slow down. I'll suggest not worrying about all this much, as this is out of our control. We really can't stop people from getting added to the pool. We all are trying to fulfill our Canadian dream. So let's focus on the bright side. The draw size was increased by 500 once again. If they increase the draw size further, then things will change very quickly. So what does the pool look like after the draw? On 26 October 2022, 4,750 invitations were sent out and the cutoff score was 496. From the 4,750 invitations, 762 were used up by the candidates with 600 plus scores. From the remaining ITAs, 937 were sent to cover all the candidates in the 501 to 600 series range. After this, there were no candidates with CRS 501 and above. There were 3,051 ITAs in hand, which was dedicated to the 491 to 500 range. There were 6,226 candidates in this range, so after sending out 3,051 invitations, there should be 3,175 candidates left in this range. So that's the pool breakdown after the draw on 26th October. Now, if you have been watching my videos carefully, you should be able to make your prediction by looking at this table. If you're able to calculate and come up with a prediction, let me know by commenting below. If you want to know my prediction, I'll try to share it in the next couple of days. I hope this video was helpful. Please let me know if you liked it or if you have any problem understanding my explanation. Your feedback can help me make better videos for you. To get regular updates on Express Entry, do subscribe and click on the bell icon. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I'm also available on TikTok right now. You can follow me there as well. I try to share regular updates on my socials. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.